Hola y buenos días. Soy yo, el señor Maurice. ¿Cómo están ustedes? Today, you'll be taking the evaluation for the third unit of Spanish. Okay? Now, if you've not yet studied this material, go ahead and just do the best that you can. Look for cognates. Try to use your knowledge of language in general to answer and respond to the questions. Now, if you've already studied this material, all of the items on the evaluation should be very familiar to you by this time, so just relax and do the best that you can. Also, whether you've studied the material or not, remember to use your test-taking skills and mark through answers as you use them so that you don't end up repeating an answer for two questions. Okay? Also, be sure that you match up the question that you're answering with the response that you're giving, okay, so that you don't get those confused. Let's start by filling in the information at the top of the evaluation form. Okay? Go ahead and write in your name and your teacher's name up here. Now, if you're taking this evaluation before you've studied the materials, circle the word pre-test, because it's before the test. If you've already studied Unit 3 and you're taking the test now, circle the word post-test, okay, so that we'll know that you're taking this test after you've studied all the materials. Okay. Muy bien. Ahora vamos a empezar. Now, on numbers 1 to 10, I'd like you to identify the sport that is pictured in the icon. Okay? Select your answer from the answer key and write the letter of your response next to the corresponding number. Let's go ahead and begin with this one right here, number 1. Please do number 1. And let's continue now. Identify the name of this sport, find your answer in the answer key, and write your response next to number 2. And continuing now with this sport. Find the name of this sport in the answer key. Write the letter of your response next to number 3. And continuing now with number 4. See if you can find the name of this sport in the answer key there. Write the letter of your response next to number 4. And let's look now at number 5. See if you can find the name of this sport in the answer key and write the letter of your response next to number 5. Okay, and number 6. This sport, see if you can find the name there in the answer key. Write the letter of your response next to number 6. Let's look now at this sport on number 7. See if you can find the name of that sport. In the answer key, write the letter of your response next to number 7. And let's look now at number 8. The name of this sport is there in the answer key. See if you can find the name of this sport. Write the letter of your response next to number 8. And continuing now with number 9. Do you recognize this sport? See if you can find the name of it in the answer key. Write the letter of your response next to number 9. And the last one on this page, number 10. Hopefully you only have one answer left and it matches up with number 10. Write the letter of your response next to number 10. Muy bien. You're halfway finished. Now, on numbers 11 through 20, I'm going to show you some different parts of the body, and I'd like you to see this. Over here is the answer key. Okay? The different parts of the body are identified here. Write the letter of your response next to the corresponding number. Let's go ahead and start with number 11. Number 11 is showing us this part of the body. What do we call this part here? See if you can find the answer in your answer key. Write the letter of your response next to number 11. Let's look now at number 12. Number 12 is talking about this stuff right up here. You got to wash it and comb it and cut it. Number 12 is up here. See if you can find the name of that in your answer key. Write the letter of your response next to number 12. Let's look now at number 13. Number 13 is looking at this thing right here that we use to see. Okay? Can you find the name of this in the answer key in Spanish? Write the letter of your response next to number 13. Let's look now at number 14. Number 14 is looking at this part right here. If you get a cold, you have to blow this part for number 14. See if you can find the name in your answer key. Write your response next to number 14. Let's look now at number 15. Number 15 is this part of the body right here that you use to eat or to talk with, and you smile with this part from number 15. Let's look now at number 16. Number 16 is this joint right up here. That's right, we looked at this and it was right in here. See if you can find the name of that in your answer key and write the letter of your response next to number 16. Number 17. Number 17 is this part of the body right here that you use for waving to people. Yeah. You put your gloves on it. See if you can find what that's called in Spanish. Write the letter of your response next to number 17. Number 18 is this part of the body right here. What do we call this whole thing? See if you can find the name in the answer key. Write the letter of your response next to number 18. And let's look now, here it is. Number 19 is this part of the body right there. What do we call this in Spanish? See if you can find the answer in your answer key. Write the letter of your response next to number 19. And finally, number 20. This whole thing. What do we call this whole thing? See if you can find the answer in your answer key. Write the letter of your response next to number 20. Muy bien. I tell you what, now let's go ahead and look at the extra credit for today's evaluation. Here, I'd like you to write down the answer to this question. How do you say bullfight in Spanish? So think about this and write it down. How do you say bullfight in Spanish? Muy bien. Well, that's it. Please go ahead and turn your evaluation into your teacher. How did it go? Huh? Okay. Well, now, if you're just taking this as the pre-test, your next lesson will be the first lesson of Unit 3. If you're taking this as the post-test, our next lesson will be the first lesson of Unit 4. Okay? Now, if you're giving the pre-test for Unit 4, you'll probably want to copy and give out those tests before you view the next lesson. Okay? Now, I'm going to be grading the test right now. If you want to grade yours with me, you can go ahead and exchange them. You can put me on pause while you exchange those, and we'll go ahead and look now at grading the test for Unit 3. Okay. Let's go ahead and start. Now, for numbers 1 to 10, we're going to identify the sports. Let me see if I can show this all to you. Okay, here we go. This first one, played with a basket and a ball. That's right, el baloncesto, letter I. So number 1 is letter I. Number 2, guys on the cycle, cycling, and that's a cognate, so that will be letter D. Number 2 is letter D. Number 3, okay, this is football played in America. So this is el fútbol americano, letter F. Number 3 is letter F. Okay. Number 4 is a cognate. It's a cognate for boxing. So boxing is el boxeo, letter H. Okay. The next one is a sport that you may enjoy. It's called el patinaje, letter B. Letter B, el patinaje. Let's continue now with number 6. Number 6, this sport here with the racket and the little fuzzy balls, it's a cognate, el tenis, letter G. Number 6 is letter G. Number 7, okay, here we go, it's an easy sport to recognize and it's a cognate. So number 7 is el béisbol, letter J. So number 7 is letter J. The next one that we see here is man is on skis, and that's again a cognate, so that should be pretty easy. Number 8 is el esquí, letter C. 8 is letter C. Number 9, okay, this is what we call soccer here in the United States, but in many parts of the world it's called el fútbol. El fútbol, letter A. Number 9 is letter A. And finally, number 10, swimming in Spanish is called la natación, which is letter E. So go ahead and check over those answers and see that the paper that you're grading has all of those written correctly. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue now with the next page where we're talking about the different parts of the body. Okay? Let's look at that now. Okay, the first part that we're looking at was the whole thing up here. And that's the head in English. In Spanish, that is la cabeza. Letter B. So 11 is letter B. Okay. Number 12 is this part that you have to comb and wash. Okay. That is called hair in English. In Spanish, it is el cabello. Letter G. So number 12 is letter G. Number 13 is looking at this thing that we used to see with, the eye in English. En español es el ojo. Letter H. 13 is letter H. 14 is talking about this thing right in the middle of your face there. If you get a cold, you got to blow it. That's the nose. Y en español es la nariz. Letter J. La nariz. Okay. Number 15 is pointing to this part that you speak with, you eat with. It is the mouth. Y en español, la boca. Letter I. La boca. Okay. Number 16 is looking at this part of your body, that joint right up there at the top of your arm, and that is your shoulder. Y en español es el hombro. Letter F. 16 is letter F. 17 is looking at this part of the body. Okay, that's the hand in English. Y en español es la mano. Letter C. 17 is letter C. 18 is looking at this part of the body, your leg. En español es la pierna. Letter E. Letter E is la pierna. Okay. Let's see. Number 19 is this part of your body. Okay, your foot. Y en español es el pie. Letter D. 19 is letter D. And 20, this whole thing here, well, we only have one answer left. Hopefully it's the right one. El cuerpo. That's right. El cuerpo, number 20, is letter A. So go ahead and look over those answers and make sure that you've got those right on your sheet. Okay, now we have one more down here at the bottom, and that is, how do you say bullfight in Spanish? How do you say bullfight in Spanish? Okay, and that's called corrida de toros. Corrida de toros is bullfight in Spanish. Okay. Well, I hope you all did very, very well today. I hope it was a low anxiety thing for you, that nobody got nervous when they didn't need to be. Okay? Until we see each other for our next lesson, adios.